Beer, 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 but beer, beer, beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Brewski, and beer, 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 but beer, beer, beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Brewski, and the beer I have for you today is from Woodhouse Brewing Company. It is their IPA beer, coming in at 6% alcohol and an unknown IBUs. They do have a brewed on date, though we'll get into that in a little bit. Before I do continue on with the review, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, and I hope that your night went pretty well. I didn't get too hammered if you were drinking, and if you weren't, that you had a good time. Either way, so yeah, Happy New Year. Woohoo! Let's get on with this review and see what we are. Well, we know what we're going to be drinking. It's the Woodhouse Brewing Company IPA. So let's crack it open to see what we got. Haven't had many Woodhouses. I think I've had their lager. I don't think I've had their IPA. I like IPAs, so hopefully this goes well. And do about that much just for now. We are pouring it into the fat style tulip glass from Rouge River Brewing Company. Looking at this beer, it's a deeper yellow color. If you want to take a look, it looks a little orangey as well. Not a little bit of haze. You can kind of see through it, but not too much. Good amount of carbonation coming through the beer as well. Alright, I'm gonna stick my nose in it, see what kind of aromas we have. It smells juicier than it looks. Usually, juicy IPAs have a really dense look to them. This smells a bit juicy, like nice tropical juices. Not too much, not too piney. A little bit dankness from it, but it smells sweet. It definitely has those tropical, fruity aromas coming off of it as well. More than pine and grapefruit tones that other IPAs do have. So, smells good. Let's drink it. Actually, a bit more piney in the sip. Nice sort of biscuity, bready aftertaste to it. Sort of comes down and ends on that note. But yeah, sweet, a little juicy, more piney, a little bit of piney resin and dankness to it as well, which is nice. Nothing too overbearing, just a nice flavor in there as well, which I personally like in my IPAs, when it has that bit of resiny dankiness to it. Alright, let's continue on drinking. Cheers, everybody. Happy New Year. That's good. It is clean. It's crisp, to say the least. It's not as creamy as other IPAs in the mouthfeel department. It's a bit more, I want to say, like lagery-ish mouthfeel, sort of a mix between like a lager and a regular sort of IPA or pale ale in the mouthfeel department, also with the carbonation to it, but it does have a very nice flavor for sure. Sweeter, piney, dankness, some tropical fruits, a little bit of the sweetness is the tropical fruits, but you more so get those in the actual smell of it rather than the taste. The taste switches back to more of the piney resin and dankness, which is not a bad thing. Very nice flavor profile. It's just weird to me smelling it and getting more fruitiness, tropical fruits, and then drinking it and getting those piney tastes as well. So little odd, one sort of flavor smell department, and then it switches. Interesting, but still damn good. Really drinkable. Drinkability on this is on point. So let's look on the can, see what they have to say for their IPA beer. Woodhouse Brewing Co. Hops are the dominant flavor in our American IPA. The 5 different varieties used to give this ale subtle notes of citrus, pine, and herbs. A subtle malty backbone helps balance the hoppy bitterness with mild sweetness. The result is a well-balanced IPA that is big on hop flavor. No doubt about that. Very nice hoppiness to it as well. I like the biscuity bready and finish to the beer. It sort of tones down all the great flavors of it and makes it not it sits on your tongue very nicely. Other than that, on the can they say, brewed in Toronto, Ontario, return for refund, blah 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 blah. Has their website, which is woodhousebrewing.com. And on the bottom they do have a brewed on date, clearly labeled. I'd love to see that. It is 11/12/2017. Oh, this beer's from last year. Nah, nah, nah. Those stupid New Year's jokes and stuff and things. So yeah, 11/12, so fairly fresh. What's that? Use day, month, year. So December 11th. Fairly fresh. I like that. Moving over to the website now. Like I said earlier, woodhousebrewing.com. They don't have a description of their IPA when you go to our beer tab. They just have their lager, which I think was their first one, if I'm not mistaken. It would make sense. It's the only one on their website, and I think this is a bit newer than the lager. So hopefully they get that on the website, because it looks like they have a nice description, the style, the alcohol, IBUs. Actually, not much else. Kind of a bummer, but you know what? It's a work in progress for sure. So hopefully soon the website gets a bit more fine-tuned, and it'll be nice in that department. Switching over to Beer Advocate now. It has the BA score is a 3.69 out of 5. So a good score. Actually, yeah, this was added fairly recently on the 10th of December. I've seen it before, but I know it is, I think, fairly new. Going down for a review, here's somebody, they give it a 3.87 out of 5. They say, appearance, rich amber and gold color brew, massive 2.5 fingers of fluffy white head, super frothy looking head, good clarity and plenty of visible carbonation, lots of streaking lacing at the edges of the glass. Not too much lacing, a little bit on the midsection here. Actually, decent amount, not gonna lie. Smell. Hop overload here. Tons of citrus, namely orange and grapefruit, with a decent amount of earthy pine as well. Upon a few more sniffs, the pine is actually the star here and overwhelms the citrus. Great aromatic nose. Taste. Quite a bit of pine, a little citrus, although grapefruit and possibly lemon are present. Not really balanced as the hops overwhelm. Still, those looking for this type of IPA won't be disappointed. Mouthfeel. Mouthfeel. Medium-bodied carbonation is there, but not really noticeable, and insanely dry finish. Overall, Woodhouse IPA is an interesting creature, full of pine and citrus, although it doesn't always play out that way when tasting the beer. It is lacking balance, but still at the heart of the beer are some really good flavors, ideas, and intensities, so it's certainly worth a tipple or two. I'd suggest enjoying this one quite cold. This reminds me of how I felt about Amsterdam's Bone Shaker the first time I had it, with the citrus and piney intensity. So I seem to like it. It's a little bit of criticisms of the beer, but I think actually it flows well in the actual flavor department, to be honest, because I'm not really getting more citrusy notes in the actual sip, more of a hoppy, piney, resinous, little bit of dankiness in the beer itself. Still very damn good. Mouthfeel is good. I wish it was a bit more IPA creamier, as they usually are, but that's neither here nor there. It is still darn good. No, it's tasty. I like it. It's nothing super intense. In my opinion, it's a very nice, just, here's our IPA. Literally, all it's called is IPA beer. You know what you're getting right out of the can, and sometimes that's fine. Simplicity is fine. I don't know if I showed you guys the can. I'm pretty sure I did, but it's a nice really light aquamarine or something like that. I don't know what the real color is. Yellow accents as well in the Woodhouse logo. Very nice, very simple, to the point, straightforward. Here is our beer. I like that. It's a nice can design for sure. Now we are on our final sip, so we'll drink this and then we'll get right to ratings. Cheers on the final sip. Yeah, it's good. It's a nice beer for sure. So rating for the beer itself, it feels good. It's a nice mouthfeel. Little not as creamy as IPAs. At least that's my terminology for it. Creamy mouthfeel as IPAs usually have. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Also, carbonation is a little too high in my opinion for my personal palate. But I do like the pininess, the resininess, and a little bit of dankness that I am getting from this beer. And also, I do like how it has that bready, biscuity finish right at the end that just sort of makes the beer flow out nicely off your tongue. So with that said, I gotta give this beer a solid 7 out of 10. Nothing super amazing, but still a fairly good beer to drink. Moving on to presentation now. Can design, very nice, very elegant, very simple but straight to the point. Good description here. Also, brewed on date is a bonus mark. Sadly, no IBUs listed, which is a bummer. And moving over to the website side, they don't have this beer on their website, which also is another bummer. But still, website looks nice. For the information they do have on their lager, they have general information. They do have IBUs there, but I would like to see either some list, maybe the malts and hops that they used, or a food pairing, something like that. That always adds bonus marks in my opinion. So overall presentation, I gotta give this a solid 7 out of 10 as well. So it's a good beer. Nothing amazing, nothing to blow your mind, but still a very good beer to pick up and enjoy amongst friends. So with that said, if you have any comments, questions, beers you want me to review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the comment box below. I'll get back to that as soon as I can. And I think that just about wraps it up. So that'll do it for me, Mate Brewski, and like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.